Hello everyone, good afternoon. So here we are again. So just sound checking, sound. One, two, is it better? Sound. Yeah, I think so. So let's just proceed. Hopefully it's good. If someone at home might want to tell me. Okay, cool. So unfortunately, I was not able to join PHP meetup in Lisbon. So sorry, guys. Shiku is there. I can't be there. So I'm hosting today alone. Well, that's life. Let's proceed. I'll share my screen. And here we have again our project. The front end, I just put it to run again. If you remember from last streams, we were displaying every profile by the handle. So right now it's admin. It's not admin like the administration. It's just because it's the handle of the admin user. Maybe I can change it. Just this would have to be a reserved handle, I guess. I'm not sure, so it doesn't matter. If I put admin user right now, then this would not work, but then admin user would get this profile shared here. And how can this user go and change his profile in this collection item? Right now we just put with Nova and the other field. We just put this flexible field that we can associate, like having some pre-filled blocks that we will choose to put in the profile, and then we will change variables and giving life to these components with the values that we fill in the form. So to recap, what do we have here? Hello world, this is me, if we can see. And again, it should be the third block. Hello world, let's continue this journey. And I'll just update, and sure enough, if I refresh, now we can see this again. Okay, so this happens because we have some classes in PHP, so each block that we can add, each block right here, they are configured in the resource, in the Nova resource. So it should be collection item, and yeah, each layout has one class. Let's find the social media link, and they have like a unique name, and also another attribute. We make a form, or we define a form with like the Nova flavor form, and we have a computed field, make URL, that we'll use in our implementation, that we'll run render, and from here we get all the fields we need to start this container. So if we will find social media link, we see that we get the same props, and that's good. Okay, so from here, where shall we go? Yeah, maybe it will be better with full screen. Let's see where this goes. Okay. So I guess now we could start going for making more components, but maybe also we can close up this with some tests to be sure about this, the rendering part. So if I remember well, why do we have these blocks here? For nothing, I guess. Okay, so let's find our collection item. We are mapping the rendering the layouts and giving an array. Okay. Okay, we do have a test already, and we're just getting the output. Okay. We have a seed where we hard code some block, and yeah, this is JSON serialized, all these content. Oh right, so the zoom is affecting the same platform, so I was making the zoom to see here. Maybe we'll do it other way around, not sure. It's okay. Maybe we can find the mobile version and then we'll put more zoom. Yeah, that's it. So this cannot go below. Why is that? Because we're not seeing everything, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's make a first test where we have our content like this, and sure enough we'll have these posted. So where should I start? I could start from the seed, like going with this content, and see that I get those props, and I think that's exactly what we have there already. So let me find. Hello, Art of Coding. You got this? I sure hope so. Thank you for joining again. I hope you're enjoying. Okay, so let's run this test. Okay, let's do it like this. And whoa. Yeah, all the default tests are failing right now. What should we need? So, is the database? Yeah. Nope. They do need a database. Okay, no worries. Database should be the same. Okay. I'll just put the filter for now and focus on the stuff we need to take care. So collection item test. and we don't have any tests executed, I'll grab array or helper, and let's see the output. It should be what we expect, right? These blocks are just an example of maybe what we wanted to put, but for sure they're not needed for now. Let's see, some refactor might use them, but I guess we'll have to test this class, and maybe not testing only the output but also the input that we do. But for now we have this seed that it has a saved content, and we should refresh database, right? Oh, not here, but in the test. Okay, and array is clearing. We are instantiating a class of the action class. We're keeping it, and we'll find, no, we'll have to seed the database, and we're using collection items seeder, right? The class that we have here, and we'll have one item, and we'll grab by ID number 1, and sure enough we'll have the output. Let's dump it, and because everything is going well on the front end, I'm sure enough it's also going okay, but we have to make sure that this behavior gets consistent over time. So let's close it in a test. And why didn't we get the output? Test example, collection item. So this is why. Collection without a typo. And now we saw the time taking doing the migrations, even with the SQLite, not SQLite, but with the MySQL. I'll leave it as it is for now. It's not bugging so much. Yeah. So we can see that we have an array of 2 elements. Yeah. It's 2 layouts, and this was something that was seeded before. And we can see we do get this render, and they have different properties because they are different components. So flexible YouTube video is there it is. Flexible YouTube video will have app Nova flexible YouTube video. We'll have the attributes that this field has. So title, subtitle, URL, and image. Whoa, now it does not. So yeah, let's get this right from beginning. Let's store the seed as it is right now with the 1. Let's keep this simple. With 2, I will. Oh yeah, there was a seed. So this is bugging me right now. So I'll put SQLite, and there will be 2 different databases. So password. Oh, and I have to migrate again. So yeah, this is not cool. Migrate. Not this. Yeah. And I think now it will work, right? Oh, and yeah, we have the seed, right? And we're back at square one. Right. So, database, seeders, collection items. So it should be this item in database. Not key, but beekeeper. So let me check. These would be collection items. And sure enough, it is. YouTube underscore video. And they have attributes, and sure enough, it's exactly like we have here. But what can we see if we go to collection items? Why can't we see the YouTube video? I'm not sure. So title and slide. I'm not happy with this, so what happened? Oh, it's the first record. So this should have the resource, collection item, and YouTube video should be there. So if I create a collection, ouch, why is this? What is it missing? If I go, this is very weird. Okay. This shouldn't happen, but so now we have a content. Didn't I see it before? Was it there? No. For sure something happened and it wasn't here. This was not here. Something in cache, maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not so happy about it, so let's see if something more. This will of course change. The admin handle is in the database, so we just have these two fields. So I guess we can start with those again. And let's grab our array and make sure that all the fields are assigned. Oh, but I'll do something else. This time I will edit PHP unit file, and connection will be SQLite in memory. As far as our basic database operations go, they can be done in the more basic database engine, and we should be okay. If we would have something like more complex queries that are not available in SQLite, or functions or procedures or whatnot, we would not be able to do this, but for the time being, pretty sure we can. So, excuse me. Let's do our test. And let's see the output. Okay. So, we are seeding database and getting these elements, and sure enough, they do now correspond. They do match the attributes in the content. And I think that's where we'll start. I expect that when I get the first element, so collection item, when I get the first element, I expect it to be, oh, and you could start also with past. So this assert equals okay, so the output will iterate. What can I do? insert equals. Not sure what to test, if all the content. Okay, so we have two elements, and first element attributes means it's array keys, right, from data get output 0, and if it will not exist it will be safer, right? So I'll just output this array, just run the test, and sure enough we get the attributes that were in the first element, and we can match to those in the form, and I think I'll be happy with that for the starters. So I think I can use the attributes that I expect. Title, I also expect URL, image, and is, and on each of these I will get the key that I expect to exist, and I'll get that from the collection, and I'll assert as, right, array as key, and our key, here it is, and the array, it will be our first element. So right, I will get the keys from there, and I'll assert what it does, and that's it, I guess. So message is first element keys in case something fails. So I'll just get back to our test, and sure enough it passes. That's cool. It means that if someday in the future something here changes, let's say our render function in the YouTube, right? For some reason it will not have the is attribute. I'm expecting the test to fail, and it does. So yeah, I think I'm happy for the starters. And if it renders correctly, I guess that's something we should care about. Also, not just having the keys. Oh yeah, array as key, and then I was getting, yeah, never mind. I should just check if array has a value from there, but it's okay. So on the first element I'm expecting these keys. On the second I'm expecting to have, it was the element, so YouTube, the other one was the social media, so I'm expecting to have platform, URL, and that's it. We'll have to find a more robust way of growing when the fields grow to be able to test them all. So, but for now, I hope it's okay. Where is the? Here it is. I just, yeah. Okay, so all these cases are okay. So, also, first element, cert equals, I am expected, or cert contains. So, string contains string. This is what I'm looking for, not on an iterable. And the needle will be looking for, I guess, Instagram and Instagram in both. Was it lowercase? Yeah. And I'm expecting this in second element. Yeah, I started from the last one from now, in the key URL and also on the platform. And while this seed remains true, this test should also pass, so that's cool. And now also need to check on the first one. So title as Nova, URL as YouTube. So it has Nova in the title. It has YouTube in the URL. Okay, so yeah, I made some change. Yeah, so this should be the title and this should be the URL. Okay, and do it green again. So what's, I don't think we need to go exhaustive on this thing. Yeah, but we just have two fields, yeah, so that's okay. Because what I'm feeling that I want to do is to, so yeah, it will be like this, like asserting on the first element, on the second, it feels okay to me. Yeah, so this was a helper to be clear, so right here we prepare act and the search phase, and yeah, sure enough, we make our assertions in the first element and on the second. But what I mean is, for instance, this can be very brittle way of testing, because let's say this is the YouTube block. So if for any reason some of these properties change or something, all these tests would fail, and I'm just not sure if it should stay like this or not, but for the time being, for sure, if if something changes, we will know. Okay, so what's next? We are testing both, so maybe we should introduce or like input a field instead of just relying on the seed. Let me try to think again, and of course feel free to ask any question. Isn't this a little bit too low? Yeah, probably it's better now. Okay, so a collection item. We are saving. Okay, so we'll get a notification each time we create. Okay, that's cool for now. So, collection item. We are casting the content when we read it. What about when we save it? It's done in the form. So if it's in the form, it should be with a flexible. We are rendering here with these attributes. So we are casting. Create a mapped layout. Because where is it? So let me check the resource. Nova flexible. No, not flexible. It's a collection item. This is the resource. This is the model again. So I'm not sure where is it being serialized. Oh, there's the do stuff action also. Okay. Let me try to find it. But yeah, I cannot. So this is while reading, so let me try to find. So this is can I find it from memory? Maybe not. So the flexible. white cube, right. Okay, so okay. Flexible group attributes. Okay. So I guess this is where we're getting the data transformation. So this is like parsing, so okay. Not sure it was everything here, but for now it's okay. So what are we looking for? We're also looking for this test. It's okay. So we come and look for this. So I'm starting to think that we should have a profile, and I'm not sure exactly how is it going to be, but we are using Nova so that every user can come and filter their records, and this will be their admin panel. So it's not only as the owners, but also users will come and will edit their content right inside Nova. So that can be handy. Let's probably check how we can install this package. I'll have to think now how to put collection items in the profile and whatnot. But I'm also thinking it's cool to put the package to build the stuff, so and see part of Nova being used. Okay, so we have 4 packages from Artem Stepanenko just in one go, 5. So that's huge. Thanks. Impersonating banner. Oh, cool. And what are we looking for? We're looking for the spatsy permissions, right? So do we have it already? I guess so. Was it the package? Still not, but oh, still not. Okay, but we'll do that. Okay. And this one is already ready for Nova 4. I've installed it, so even made a small PR over there. And it should be good to go. So let's install the base package. So yeah, amazing package as always. So let's go to the installation in Laravel and let's composer require it. Oh, so starts first test for flexible rendering. Yeah. So I'll just push. Cool. Require Laravel permission, the base package. And let's get back. So this should be automatically registered. There we go. Let's publish the migration file. Migration files, there we go. Also config. So 2 migrations, 1 config. There we go. So we're not gonna be using UUIDs, at least not as the primary key. We should clear config cache. Oh, there's also a cool tip. I don't know if you know about this, but let's say you want to run PHP Artisan optimize clear. So if all goes well and there's no collision in more names, so O should be enough to run optimize. But if there's also another command signature starting by O, then you can get away with OP. Or in this case it's clear, so it can be O:C, and I think it just works. So let's see. Sail artisan, whoop. Sail artisan OC, optimize clear. And yeah, sure enough it works. You can do this with so many fields, so many commands. So let's say sail artisan, let's just get one. Let's say route list. Where is it? Route list. So sail artisan route list. Yeah, there we go. And it can save so much keystrokes. It's cool. So just to share this. Okay, so let's migrate again, not from beginning. So sail artisan M, migrate. Let's see if we can get away. We cannot. But maybe we can with MIG. Because the others have the... Okay, we cannot because we have all of these. So MIG : nothing? Would that be something? No. Yeah, okay, so maybe here we have to put them all. And it created our permission tables, so that's cool. And now we should add the necessary thread to our user model, and we'll do just that. I think it's it is as roles. Yeah, cool. And from here we can do more stuff. Okay, so let's go to our project, and right now our user model, the user model, here we go. It now also has roles from the lovely folks at Spatsy that make lots of packages that make our lives easier. Cool. So from now we should have already the ability to find for permissions based on roles or direct permissions. But let's go with UI. It will be easier to explain everything. So we'll jump now for the package. That's it. It should have, I hope it got those two. If it, I think it's merged already, but let me check. It's me, Joshua, composer.json, and yeah, it has the two already. Okay, cool. So now what can I do? we can skip that, and let's make the Nova permission tool in the Nova service provider. So Nova service provider, there you go, it's the same. So let's register a tool. There we go. What do we need more? So our user resource should have 2 more fields. So user resource, so Nova user no, Nova user, okay, never mind, user.php, and it should be in the Nova namespace. So let's add 2 more fields. Oh, and the handle, right? So Nova field, yeah, and also let's put the text with handle, and we should be good to go. Let's go back to our application, go to the users page, and sure enough we have the handle, and if we go inside we already have the roles and permissions that belong to this user, and I'm not sure if it's missing more steps. Oh yeah, we sure do need this step to forget cached permissions in the Nova middleware. Where is it? So kernel config Nova, yeah. So let's add the config Nova and okay, there we go. So now we have this necessary middleware to forget cached permissions. I'm not sure if we need localization files. I think not. It's all good. It was before that small PR. They were not registered, so these would not work properly. If this happened to you in a previous version, you can now update. What's more? Oh, we have 10 minutes. So yeah, so now we can make permissions on Nova resources. Instead of using a policy, we can just use a trait in the Nova resource, and we can map directly abilities from the role to a permission on the package. So yeah, let's see where this goes. I guess we will make 2 users, and one will have certain abilities and the other will not. Okay, so I would also like to seed some roles and permissions, so let's see where this goes. Cool, 10 minutes, let's do this. So let's say I want to have a role that it's called admin, and it's in the guard web, and one more role that it's called user, maybe. Cool, so now we are on user, so only the admin only admin will see users, for instance. So permissions, let's say we can manage users. So this permission is only allowed on admins, and that's it. So roles, user don't have any permissions for now, and an admin will have the permission to manage users, and from here we'll just go to our resource. So let's go directly to our user resource. Whoop, not here. So our user resource, it's exactly where we are. And let's use this trait. Maybe I'll just grab it from here. Cool. And I'll just, instead of making the policy and checking inside, I can just do this. And of course, if I wanted to check if he has a role, I would have to do differently. But let's just start with this one and then evolve to the second one. Let's say I'll just have a static property to manage users, right? Just like we did. Permission to manage users. So I'm hoping I'm still able. Oh, I am not. I am not able anymore to see the users. So why is that? So permissions for abilities. So am I in that group? So moment, I will just comment this. I think I'm not, and that's why. Silly me. So user admin, I don't have any role, right? Or role admin, don't have any users. So you see this interface, this tool is quite cool to make this happen. So I am admin in this user, so I'll just attach, and sure enough, now this user is in the admin role. It has permission to manage users, so it just demonstrated that it worked. So sure enough, if I go back, I am now able to go inside. Cool. And I can create another user, so just like a regular user, and it's user admin.com. Password, it's password as always, and the handle will be user. Okay, or let's say regular user of some, and I will not put him in this role, so I will open a new tab, and sure enough, let's log in with our user admin.com, and its password, and let's see what happened. Yeah, right, we cannot see our user collections or not even access it, I would say. Whoop, where is that? Yep, so we are blocked, but I can still see resource roles and also resource permissions. So we have to also take care of that, and let's do it. So where's the resource? Maybe I can see something still in the tool. Okay, not. So okay, I'll start, just to finish, I'll start with user, not the model, sorry, resource. So in the user resource, we have, right, the resource that we want to use, and we'll have to use another one. So this package is not having any, I would say. Maybe let me check. So vendor Joshua, oh, config, don't see any. So there's just the role resources here, right? Okay, cool. So I guess I'll just extend. So artisan, Nova resource, there's the role resource, and also there's the permission resource, and hopefully I can delete everything and slowly start extending. So it will be our role resource. Yeah, cool. And right now I can go and grab from the user resource the trait that we need. Permission, no. Is it, yeah, let's start with permission, yeah. So sure enough, now we shouldn't be able, I mean, here we should. App models role, so what's happening? App models role. App models role. What? Oh, it's inferring the rule. So what's happening here? But no, this shouldn't even be used still. App Nova permission. Oh yeah. So this is oh, never mind. Silly me. So why is it still? So app Nova permission. It's extending permission class. Is it anything in cache? Let me check. So artisan optimize clear. And no. But where is this happening? Searchable resources, so it's getting from not here. App model permission. This does not exist. Sorry, I'm not getting it. I'm going one step back also another step back. Sure enough, it works. I'm using role and permission, but I want to use not this one, but the role inside vendor. And probably it's inferring from the class name, but if it's extending, so what do we say? Not so sure if I'm so happy about this, so let me check. Artisan Nova, I want to make a role. Let's start with a role, right? Yeah. Over resource role. Yeah, cool. So now that we have a role, we are expected to have. Oh, it was just that silly class that I had, was it? I guess. So this resource from It's Me Joshua. Let me find it. Okay, cool. I'm guessing it should. Oh, and it does work. So, but what I need here, yeah, it was silly me. But what I do need here is to have this trait, to find the abilities here, or we could have a policy and then decide in the policy methods, but we can do a simpler mapping here and we can still see it. And let's try to find our incognito tab, and this is the regular user still able to access roles, and now it's not possible to go inside the roles. So let's just check with URL, and for sure I won't be able to go in. Cool. And what's more, the permission. Yeah, so I did generate the code. I don't know why I was expecting to be empty, but why should I expect such thing? Okay, so now let's take care of the permission. That should be empty. And let's just extend the other class. Right? And here we'll do just the same. And if all went well, maybe we can clean this up. Oh, but it's permission. Yeah. So, never mind. It's having a conflict in the name. Okay, so here we can. I could import as an alias, but I'll keep it just as it is. Okay, cool. So now I'm expecting that I also can see permissions. Cool. And we'll have to hide it from the menu, and that's it. All the rest is working. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. So it's like the user has its own admin interface to manage its content and all the regular goodies, and you will be able to see, of course, only his items, his or her, never mind, and roles and permissions, they are not able to go, but someday, I mean next day, we'll remove this from the menu. And yeah, 1 hour in, 6 minutes after, so let's call it a day. I hope you enjoyed. We went a few steps further. We already are testing this flow, but I want to be adding more fields and more components, more visual components, so more of these. There is 2. Okay. So I would like to be adding more of these and properly tested, both in well, that front-end and back-end get what they need. And not only that, we also got into starting the roles and permission stuff that will be able to provide the back office, the admin panel for each regular user. I'll do just one more thing. No, I will not. I will do it later. I would want to preserve this state in seeds, but it could be longer, so let's call it a day. I hope you guys had a great one. Thank you so much. Keep me posted about any news, and of course, news or questions or anything. And of course, if you find a good name to call this Project X that we're building, that would be amazing. We're out of ideas for now. It's just a profile URL, CMS kind of thing. So very, very small footprint, but yeah, like a personal space for the makers, creators, programmers, people to be in. That would be cool. Okay, so now let's call it a day. Thank you and happy coding. Ciao.